Happy Thursday. Here we go, baby. It's Thursday. Daily Dose of Dave coming to you live. Happy to be here. Hey, man, I hope you are kicking ass this week in whatever you're doing. Listen, I want to talk about finding your niche. And I wanted to show you something because I've been into props this week, the past couple weeks. These are bumper stickers. You can see I have a lot. It says, ask me about soap operas. ReachHRPros.com. Now, there's a fun story that goes along with these, and there's a reason why I have these bumper stickers. And that fun story is that 2.5 years ago now, I had this idea that for the agency, our niche, our target demographic would be HR service providers. So not the HR departments themselves, but companies that provide services for HR departments. And so what I did was actually dressed up in a suit, looked really nice, actually wore a collared shirt, buttoned it with a tie, crazy I know, took a backpack, like a hiking pack, covered it with just like 200 of those, so it's all you could see, and then I put shot glasses in them, and it said, working with HR, ? Alcohol is required. And so it was a joke. It was a huge hit. We got lots of play. And ultimately, I went to this convention wearing that backpack and that suit and with all the bumper stickers on me and with the shot glasses. And I was the talk of the show. And what ended up happening was I got one client out of it. Great marketing. Great branding. Everyone loved me. They enjoyed talking to me, but I couldn't sell. And this is something that I find often happens with business owners and entrepreneurs. You have a product, you have a service, and you have some asshole like me telling you have to find your niche or you have to find your target demographic. And you're like, cool, how do I do that? And so I'm just going to open up and say, I've failed at that a number of times. And the ways that I've failed at that before is I've kind of made two foundational mistakes that I'm going to tell you about that I don't want you to make, right? I want you to be successful and not have to change your target demographic or change your niche, because every time that you change, you reset your business 6 months, right? You reset your business 6 months to I'm starting over, and that is painful. So here's how I messed up. I did one big mess up, which was I looked at who our clients currently were, and I went to go get more clients like them. Here's what I mean by that. That HR example, we work with HR service providers. They pay us a decent amount of money to represent them, and they always want branding. They always want to have this really great branded experience, from social media to print pieces to yada, 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 things we do really, really well. And so I picked that because I thought, well, we already have clients in that space, so we have proof of concept, and, it's good paying work. Well, that sounds great, except I kind of got some of the outliers, right? Like I got two of the largest companies in that space that I actually was working for. And so then as I went to go try and find other people in that space, it wasn't the same game because I really had two of the largest HR service providers on the planet that I was working with at the time. The second mistake that I've made whenever I was looking for a niche was I wanted to work with people that I liked. So I really went hard for a while after working with breweries. I love craft beer. I love the atmosphere that surrounds breweries. We still have craft beer clients, and I love them. They're so much fun. Here's what often happens. Craft brewers have a very small profit margin. And so what that means is they don't have a ton of money to spend. They just don't. They've got money in bottles. They've got money in machinery. They got money in their own people. They got money in hops and barley, and you name it, they're putting money everywhere else. And so even when I do land a brewery client, oftentimes it becomes a conversation of, well, I can't pay you what I need to pay you, and they actually need a lot more work than what the contract says. So I love working with those people, but it's a hard niche to really break into because, well, most craft breweries, they don't have a line item for marketing, and the ones that do, when we get to work with them, we have huge success. But it's incredibly challenging to crack into that market. So when you're thinking about how to find your niche, the two mistakes that you can make is, well, who's paying me now? Maybe we'll just run with that. Or, I really love these people. Maybe I should just work with them. The way that I figured out how to do it now is not just starting with who is paying us or who I like to work with, but what is it that I'm trying to accomplish, right? What is the bigger goal? What's my why of why we exist as an agency, as a company? Why do you exist as a company? What are you trying to manifest in the world? Not make more money, not do any, who are you trying to serve? And that really spoke to me when I started to figure out who am I trying to serve, and then on top of that, who has the money in that bigger portion of who I'm trying to serve to actually pay the fees that I'm looking to make based off my white glove service. Because listen, we offer a premium service. It's white glove. It's not cheap. Who can afford that? And so that really defined for us who we were going after, the kinds of marketing and advertising collateral that we produced. And since then, we've had a tremendous growth in our revenue, 5x over the past 2 years. And it's because we got really serious about answering those two questions. So, if you're trying to figure out your niche, you're trying to say, hey, who should I be working with? And I'm not getting the traction that I'm looking for. A, if you just started a new niche, it's going to take you at least 6 months to get some traction. And really, you should give it a year. And then B, don't just go, oh, well, we're making money here, or I like these people. Ask yourself a more intelligent question. Why does your company exist? Who are you trying to serve as a result of why you exist? And then what is the smaller portion, or maybe it's a very large portion because you have an easily accessible product or service. How can you price yourself, position yourself to reach those people? That is your Daily Dose of Dave. I know it's a long one for Thursday. Hey, keep kicking ass this week.